Hey everybody, thanks for popping in. This is Derek. Today's August 24th, 2019, and I just wanted to make a little announcement today. Let everybody know that I will be speaking at Anarchadelphia next month on Friday, September 13th. And unfortunately, Zach Hubbard can't make it out there, so there'll still be some Gematria workshops there, my own mainly. And I did an interview with Pat from the State of Anarchy a couple nights ago. That'll be up on his channel soon, and I'll provide a link to that. But yeah, I hope everybody understands that for me, this is an opportunity to share this language of numerology and gematria with a wider audience of people. For myself to also meet other like-minded people, and just to kind of network and get the word out there. Mainly this convention is going to be about cryptocurrency, but there'll be other topics discussed there as well, including occult topics like gematria and mysticism. And that's what my workshop's going to be a little bit about, is not just how what we believe is the dark occult is using this language of letters and numbers, but also why it's so significant, and talk a little bit about how our own lives appear to be coded by the numbers more or less, which is why I think this entire thing is so important to the occult to begin with. So for anybody who may have been thinking about going there and was on the fence, this would be a great chance to meet some like-minded individuals and maybe even meet myself, talk about some numerology and try to figure out what's going on. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'll be speaking there the first day of the conference on on Friday, and the workshop will be $25. Part of that money goes to the venue, and then some of it will go towards recouping my travel cost, essentially. So for anybody, like I said, if you are on the fence, hopefully this is a good enough reason to go. I understand not a lot of people are going to be able to make it, since you got to travel there, and of course lodging's not free or anything. But yeah, it's something I'm excited about. This is my first time that I'll be speaking about this really in public, in person, so looking forward to it a lot. And I just wanted to glance at the Anarchadelphia page here. This is going to be linked down below in the description. And you can read about some of the people presenting there and a little bit more about what the conference is about, which is about bringing about a new world, one in which the ultimate authority recognized as ourselves and not those who claim it over us. Now, with that announcement out of the way, and again, there'll be more coming on that on my channel. I'll have links to a couple interviews I did the other night, among a few other things. So for the rest of this video, I wanted to do a live decode, and I'm not sure I've ever really done these before, or at least, not to this extent. And the reason I want to do this is because I saw this baseball game score yesterday. Someone brought this to my attention. Yesterday, the Florida Marlins came back from a 7-run deficit and defeated the Philadelphia Phillies by a score of 19-11. And this is really interesting because the number 1911 is very significant in this language of gematria. And here we're going to be looking at the Jewish cipher. This is based in the Latin alphabetic order. And as a cipher I teach in virtually every video, and you'll see the more modern English characters placed at the end of this cipher. And ancient and accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry sums to 1911 in this Jewish gematria cipher. Oh, I went back to the wrong screen. Here you go. 1911. So before even, and I haven't looked at any of the pitchers, we are going to look at the winning pitcher, the losing pitcher, and there was one player in this game who hit 2 home runs. I believe that was Starlin Castro. I just saw Castro hit 2 home runs. This is the guy here, Starlin Castro. So we'll look at him, and we'll talk about how the numbers of Masonry are going to basically guaranteed to be stamped all over this game. And when we say numbers of Freemasonry, we're not only talking about gematria, but also 2 of the most well-known Masonic numbers, which is 13 and 33. And when you think about the Freemasonic emblem with the capital G in the middle, you have the numbers 13 and 33 in Gematria, as that is what the capital G is in our two ciphers that use capital letters. So let's just take a look, with this in mind. Again, we're going to decode the winning pitcher, the losing pitcher, and Starlin Castro, who hit the home runs. And, of course, there's probably more to this. There's going to be deeper riddles that I'm not looking at yet. But, yeah, let's get a start on this. So, first of all, the winning pitcher was Tyler Kinley of the Miami Marlins. I've been calling them the Florida Marlins. I guess I'm still stuck in the early 2000s. So we'll look at this guy, we'll look at his age, his name, Gematria, and see how it ties into Masonry. And right off the bat, we see his full name, Tyler Harrison Kinley, in reduction Gematria. This is also called Pythagorean, where each double-digit number is reduced to a single digit prior to adding it to the equation. His name sums to 105, and that's the ordinal value of Masonry. 105. The name Tyler Kinley, look at this. 156 and 141. Also 60. Look what happens when you write out 33. One of the two major Masonic numbers I just talked about. The capital G summing to 33 in Gematria. 33 has these same numbers as Tyler Kinley. In Jewish Gematria, Tyler Kinley... Oh, I'm not looking... Sorry about this, guys. I'm doing this video all wrong. Tyler Kinley, 156, 141, and 60, just like 33. Well, in Jewish Gematria, his name is 1089, which is 33 squared. So how wild is that? Not only does his name equal the same as 33, but his name equals the 33rd triangular number. So already, you got to love what we're seeing. He was born on January 31st, 1991. I think I know one thing that's significant. Let's measure to his next birthday. Oh, wait, look at this. 6 months, 3 weeks, 2 days after his birthday, ancient accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry equals 632 in the reverse order. So this means if you measure to his next birthday, you get 5 months and 8 days. And look at Freemasonry in reduction. 58. Now, as far as his total age, this could be one of those rule of Colel things, because this is really close to the number 10,430. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry 143 in reverse. Okay, so both of these teams on the same day in this game, this 19-11 game, both teams played their 127th game of the season. The Phillies 66 and 61 now, the Marlins 46 and 81. So this was both teams playing their 127th game of the season. Look at Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, 127 in full reduction. All right, so that's the winning pitcher. Let's look at the losing pitcher. Nick Pavetta. We'll start with his full name. Nothing terrific stands out there. This is typically why I don't do live decodes, because not everything... Okay, look at this! So Nick Pavetta, the losing pitcher, his name in the alphabetic order sums to 130, just like the number 13. Now, in Jewish Gematria, his name equals 1,037. Well, the number 137, because numerology ignores zeros, that's the 33rd prime number. So this guy's coded with both 13 and 33, the two numbers I just talked about. The name Pavetta equals 93. He was born in the year 1993. Six months, 9 days after his birthday. Of course, the number 69 on top of the Masonic arch. 25 weeks before. So not much here, but you see it right in the guy's name. We had the 13 and 33 riddle right there. Honestly, I would expect his age to line up with something a little more interesting, but again, this is my first time looking at this, so I could be missing something simple. So now in this game, we saw Starlin Castro hit 2 home runs. So you had this guy, Diaz, hit 1. Bertte hit 1. And then Castro hit 2. And Starlin Castro, look at this. He wears number 13. So there's another 13. And look at this. This season, he's got 13 home runs. So those 2 home runs in that game gave him 13 home runs. And he wears number 13, this Masonic number. Let's check his gematria. Look at this. Starlin Castro, 169. This is 13 squared. Wow. So this was even better than I thought it would be. His full name doesn't really pop, but the riddle here is obvious. Starlin Castro, summing to the 13th, or, 13 squared. He wears number 13. He hit his 13th home runs in this game. Oh, boy. So there you go. I mean, these games, the only difference between the Major League Baseball that we watch on a daily basis and the WWE is that the WWE is nice enough to tell you that its matches are scripted, that they're decided ahead of time. Baseball doing much of the same thing. Many highly paid actors who, of course, have great skill, are very athletic, but are making millions of dollars for playing a silly children's game. So just wanted to pop a live decode in there because whenever you see a score like this lining up so perfectly with Freemasonry, you know there's going to be an easy decode there. So I wanted to touch on that. So I'm going to cut the video here. Thanks for everybody for popping in. Again, September 13th, I will be at Anarchadelphia running a workshop there and a few more details to follow. So stay tuned. All right, guys. That'll do it. Hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Peace, love, and all of God's blessings to you. See